Hello everyone and welcome to a bit of a different look of this live stream. I've tried something new, spent a long time setting it up, so hopefully it all goes to plan and you can see and hear everything correctly. So looking at Kensington Stakes Day tomorrow, very much looking forward to it. Going to be a good card, of course. Kensington Stakes 1,000 metres and the JRA Trophy as well to look forward to. So as you can see, rails in the true position. It's a good force surface. It should be playing fair, knowing Flemington. It should play very fair. So we're going to look at the first race now, which is a 3-year-old benchmark 70 over the 1200. I'm just sort of going to how do I say this? Just sort of go over the key chances in the market and what I think are their chances, and just the ones that I have ranked highly. So for the 3-year-old benchmark 70 over 1200, I like River Ribble, Sam Freedman and Anthony, Blake Shinder ride, gate 2, probably not ideal down the straight, but should get a forward spot. Was able to sneak ground around the turn at Pakenham and finish close. Second up to 1200 off a gelding operation looks ideal for this horse. It should be running well. The Guava's another one. I think it closed off really well, suited by the step up to 1200 and will be in the right part of the track. With gate number 12, I just thought of something, I forgot it. The only thing that concerns me is how far back it'll get from gate 12, and it'll need to wind up a long way to run past all these smart ones, including the smartest one, which I think is down here in River Noir. This is the one that I think will win the race. Beat Rock de Russian, as you can see here, by 6 3/4 lengths. That horse since has come out and run at Sandown in a maiden over 1200 behind Rheinberg, finished 2 lengths off that horse. So the form has sort of been franked with River Noir. It'll just burn them with speed. Gate 9, J Car, lightest weight. I reckon it's the winner. So if we go over to the little Google slides, the little presentation, that's Fabigino winning in the start of 2021 before it got moved. Race number 1 at Flemington, I think River Noir is the winner. And I think the value can be found with Zuther. There's been some horses come out of that maiden that it won, and they've raced pretty well and won some of their maidens. So that's what I think of the first race. I think River Noir is the winner, and Zuther is probably the valued horse, but also River Ribble and the Guava, good chances. Race number 2 is a fillies and mares benchmark 70 over the 1100 metres. 11 horses to go around. Peter Moody also has the favourite here. Carleen Heffel to take the ride. Its name is Cotel, down to the 57 kilos. I'm liking All About Eve as closer as I get to Saturday. It's third up off 2 wins that it's charged home from the back. Unfortunately, Johnny Allen can't ride because he's not making the meeting, but he's All About Eve's won 2 races now impressively, and gate 7 down the straight, it should be running well again and going very close. But it has copped a bit of a weight penalty considering the 2 wins, and that's the only minor query, but I like All About Eve. For Real Life can ran well behind Blistering. Rosalia might be over the odds race behind Kalashani Lad. I think Rosalia should be a bit shorter, but I've got Cotel on top. I said this in my preview from Wednesday night, but second up off a fillies and mares benchmark 70 win over the 1,000 metres for Luke Nolan, where it just sat off them, got smashed in late. Madam Bolly was off and gone. They thrashed the third horse. Madam Bolly's a real speedster that got around Cranbourne. Cotel was able to roar it down late. Step up to 1100, I don't see as any issue. Has to handle the straight track, which I see is the only query, but apart from that, it should be the class horse in the field, and from gate 8 should be in the right part of the track and winning. Anything else? Star Lee maybe can run a place. D. Oliver on, ran behind Vermentino last, so it's come out and won since. We go to race 2. I think Cotel is the winner. That was it winning its 2-year-old race at Caulfield earlier this year. I think All About Eve each way. I think those are the 2 that I like, and I'm confident on in race number 2. So race number 3 is a benchmark 84 over the 1,600 metres, and as you can see, a 10-horse field full of quality, pounding the favourite, but we'll get to some of the key chances. Start with Unanimous, coming off a good benchmark 78 run over the 1600 metres. That was good. Beat Pounding by 6 lengths, but I don't think Pounding handled the track, so forgive that. Before that, it had no luck in the benchmark 90 at Flemington. It's a good chance. My only query was the map. Gate 10, don't know what they do with it. If they go forward, they might get trapped wide. If they go back, it might find itself too far back off a slow tempo. So that's the only query I had about Unanimous, but otherwise good chance. Aaron Bay, I was hoping would lead, but Philip Stokes indicating that he's better ridden with a sit, and it might take a sit, and if it does lead, it'll lead on a slow speed. So won a benchmark 78 second up last time. Forgive the first up run. Phil Stokes just said, got sweaty and just didn't handle the occasion at all. Had run his race before the race even started. So forgive Aaron Bay for that run. And the first up record's not great either, as you can see. But Gate 2 should be on speed. Is fitter now third up and should be running well. Acceleration first up could surprise. A bit of X factor coming to this race first up off a good win at Flemington over 2000. We'll want further in time acceleration, but can do well. Beltoro, I think, is a good chance. Just Gate 1 only concern. Pounding, I'm liking. Gate 7, J Carr, 56.5 kilos, will be on speed off the week back up behind Detonated Jack. And if it pushes forward, it could land on a soft speed. So Pounding, I think, is a good chance as well. But the one I think is over the odds, as I've said in my preview, is this Skilled Cat. Good in the Wodonga Cup, really closed off late. Gate 3 can settle closer. Dean Holland, the 54 kilos, was good in this race. Oceana Blues come out of this race and run well. So I think this Skilled Cat can run a pretty good race on Saturday, which is tomorrow. But we're going to take a look at my selections for race 3. Staminated Things, Pounding for the win, has been backed in throughout the week, so I like that as a market move, and this Skilled Cat each way at $20. That was race number 3. Race number 4 is a benchmark 70 over the 1800 metres. This has got a 14-horse field, and as we scroll down, Confrontation off the week back up looks okay. Blushing Tycoon, Blake Shin goes on. 2000 back to the 1800 metres, I think suits. Can settle closer from Gate 5. Diplomat Jack, I don't know if it's the right form to be winning a race of this calibre, but Blushing Tycoon can win. Desperado, Kieran David Eustace train, Ethan Brown rides. This was a good win at Warrnambool. Gate 13 will have to go back again, but second up to 1800. Kieran and David Eustace know what they're doing. They've got all the the sports science data and all that. So Desperado will be running well. Freedom Escape, Matty Cartwright coming off 2 very good runs behind Superazi and Ballynora. We'll have to get back again from Gate 9, but again, charging home late. And Awesome John coming down from Sydney. John O'Shea doesn't send one down if he doesn't think it's good enough. Good win in the benchmark 64 over 1800 at Hawkesbury last time, winning by 2 lengths, and was good prior. So, and J Carr, 55 kilos, Gate 3 can settle closer. So, race 4 at Flemington. Staminated thinks he's not confident. I'm not confident with this race, and this is my top 4 in some sort of order. Desperado, I think we'll have to get back, but charge home. Awesome John will be right there. Blushing Tycoon will run well, and so will Freedom Escape. So, those are my thoughts. Race 4 Flemington. Not too confident on anything really. Race number 5 is a benchmark 84 over the 1200 metres, and yeah, this is a very interesting race. 12-horse field. Let's take a look at the main chances. I'm liking Snapper. It's off a 6-week freshen up off Cup week, winning the benchmark 80 over 1100. Got backed in from 51 to 21. The market knew. Jordan Childs gave it the 61 kilos and it won, beating Najim Suhail and Hypothetical, who have both come out and won impressively. Gate 10 will be right there on speed again, and I think this benchmark 84 1200 in the past, you've wanted to be right there on speed. So Snapper, I reckon, is a very good chance and way over the odds at $9. William Thomas. When is it going to win again? I'm not sure. I haven't got it on top, but I think it's over the odds just based off this run at Pakenham. Can be misleading. It flew up the inside. It snuck ground, but Umgar and Corner Pocket are pretty good form references. Little bit of specking for it late. Gate 2, obviously not the right part of the track, but maybe just over the odds a tad considering this run. Obviously, this was poor, but it got too far back anyway at Cranbourne. Munamek is the other one I like. Brings a green fly, detonated jack form. That's outstanding. It will be right there on speed from gate 1, and that's the only concern, gate 1. Other than that, I reckon it's a good chance. Damien Oliver, 58.5 kilos, hoping it can fly up the inside late and win. And 1400 back to 1200 I like, even though this doesn't look great. I think the Nick Ryan stable know what they're doing. The winner of this race last year, not to be missed, trained by Nick Ryan, actually went back from 1400 to 1200 as well. So he knows what he's doing with Munamek, and I think it's a good chance. Going to get to one right down the bottom, Invincible Caviar. This is the favourite that I'm most keen to take on tomorrow. It's jumping up from benchmark 70 win at Pakenham, defeating Just Jono, to racing against Munamek, who brings the detonated jack form, and also Snapper, who brings the Najem Suhail hypothetical form. So it gets him with the 54 kilos and will be right there on speed and might just be good enough to win. But at the price, it's a bit too short for me. I want to see it do it first. So that's my thought on race 5. We're going to take a look at the little Google slide, and I think Snapper is over the odds. William Thomas slightly over the odds, maybe a little, 1/3. And Munamek, I think, can fly at the inside and win race 5. So we get to the quaddy legs now. Race 6 is the JRA Trophy over the 2,600 metres at listed level. And this is very, very interesting, and there's a lot to play out. We're going to start with Persan. 60 kilos for Persan. I'm going to leave that highlighted for a while. Was good. I'm going to say it was good in the Sandown Classic, off a fast speed over the 2,400 behind Vaughan de Clare and Luncey's. It set a fast gallop and was okay late. Before that, led a run-on race. Salcombe and, Captain Envious came over the top of it in the Queen Elizabeth Stakes. That was an okay run, but before that, it was pretty good behind Francesco Guardi at the Valley and Luna Flare. I think it brings the right form to win, obviously, but 60 kilos at Flemington over 2,600 isn't easy. It's not easy at all. And there's a few horses that I'm going to get to with the 54 kilos that have big chances and bring some okay form as well. So Persan, I think a definite top 3 hope, but I couldn't have it on top. Adelaide Ace comes through the Werribee Cup, and before that was okay in the Eclipse behind Milford and El Gladiator. Don't know if that's the right form, and also don't know if this is the right form. Vardani, Wertheimer, or Vaughan de Clare and Luncey's, you tell me. This is the one, Nobel Heights. I've said it on Wednesday. I'm still talking it up throughout the week. This horse, I reckon, is a very good chance. 54 kilos, very good. Gate 4 will settle on speed next to Persan in the lead, hopefully. Very good. Good track, very good. Was good in the Pakenham Cup last start. It is now 6th up, so it's right into peak fitness. Coming off a good run in the Pakenham Cup, where it just peaked late behind Kissinger, but Kissinger's turned out to be a pretty good horse. I have no doubt it'll run out a pretty good 2,600, and it'll test Persan, I reckon, with the lightweight. Declan Bates is going to try and make Persan earn it if they're both together in the lead. And Noble Heights will kick away and win, in my opinion. So Cormorant sort of brings the same form as what's the other one? Adelaide Ace does. Never Again is my second pick in the race. D. Thornton. Gate 10 will have to get back, but off the week back up off a pretty good win at Sandown. The leaders got away, but Never Again stormed over the top of them. But apart from that, all of them double figures. So we'll go to the selections, and I think Noble Heights is the winner here. Looks like a winner, doesn't it? And the Saver on Never Again at $11, because I think it's over the odds. All right, the big one, race 7, the Kensington Stakes over the 1,000 metres at listed level. Originally, I was very keen on this boy, Alpha One, before he got scratched. But now that he is out, we have to find another winner. So let's go through the main chances. Halvorsen, 60 kilos, don't like it, but otherwise it's a very good hope. Just got too far back in the century behind Joyful Fortune and Zoo Style, who are two very good horses. Was pretty good in this race last year, I think, behind Maleva. And, can do it again. Andrew Malley knows the horse so well. Halvorsen, gate 7, off a pretty long freshen up, but I still think it's good enough to win, and I've got it in my top 4. Esther La Rocca, off an 8-week freshen up or let up, which I don't really like. This form's okay, but not sure about it. Hardly ever tried down the straight either, so I think Esther La Rocca's a tad under the odds. Yulon Command, this run was not bad. I don't know. I can't remember if there was an issue with it, but Jigsaw went past it pretty easily. So, and even though I beat Halvorsen here, Halvorsen would have been fitter for that run. So Yulon Command, probably not for me. The favourite, Rose Quartz, was good in the Doveton. There was something in the Stewards report in the Begonia Bell, but before that it was pretty good also in the Benchmark 84 behind Wolflands and Sartorial Splendor, which also featured Ashford Street and Asfura. Rose Quartz can win. It draws gate 1 now that Alpha 1 and Deep Speed are out. Mickey D, 54 kilos. Graham Begg indicating that it'll want further, but I still think it's a pretty good chance. But the one I think is way over the odds is Never Standing Still. Off a bit of a let-up, has had a good trial in between runs, was just got on the wrong leg in the Alinghi at Caulfield, but before that, and even after that, very good runs in benchmark races. 54 kilos, Den Yendel on pace. Den Yendel's a very good lightweight jockey as well. So Never Standing Still is the horse I think is over the odds. Race 7, I'm not confident with this race now that Alpha 1's out. I think Rose Quartz maybe just ahead of Halvorsen, and the value in the race Never Standing Still. Don't know why Halvorsen's way out here when the 1's here, but anyway. Race 8 is an open handicap over the 1,400 metres, the Tab Trophy. Now, there's 3 main chances in this race, which I think everybody agrees that they're the main chances. Corner Pocket gets down to the 58 kilos, which I like, the same as last start. It was pretty good last start, giving every indication it wants the 1,400. It'll be running very well. It's a consistent, honest horse. I'm just not sure from gate 15 where it gets to. That's my only concern. But otherwise, I like it, Corner Pocket. Maybe even a tad under the odds considering the map. But if it gets covered in the 3 wide line, it's going to be extremely hard to beat. Morvada maybe a tad under the odds while I'm going past. Diamonds, Manhattan Times, don't know if they're the right form for this. Edison, I think, might be a tad over the odds. Came through that same race. Nicolini Vito. I think tomorrow's his day. Was good in the Vobis Gold Bullion, and even though they didn't rate as highly as the Umgawa race, he still ran very well, got held up for a little portion of the straight and had to go back to the inside. Before that, didn't handle the wet ground. Before that, didn't handle the wet ground. Before that, didn't handle the wet ground and still ran second to Gravina. That form hasn't been the strongest though. Nicolini Vito, gate 12 will have to get back, but make a long looping run, and I reckon tomorrow's ready to fire on a good track. 8-4-2-0, that's pretty good. And Umgawa, the other one. 2 kilo weight swing on Corner Pocket in favour of Corner Pocket, but it beat Corner Pocket last start, and there's no reason to say he'll be better suited to the step up to 1,400 rather than Corner Pocket. He's won at 1,600, which means he can run 1,400. He probably gets a little map advantage over Corner Pocket, can settle a little bit closer again. The only problem is the gate. Now, it says gate 4 here, but with the scratchings, he's into gate 2. If he gets trapped on the fence with a big field, it can prove very costly. We're going to take a look at the selections now, and I'm missing a slide. Dang it. Okay, I think it's meant to say Seminator thinks Nicolini Vito, Nicolini Vito at $7 each way or something like that. But Corner Pocket, Nicolini Vito, and Umgawa, the three main chances, clearly, as the market says. All right, race number 9, the last race, a benchmark 70 over the 1,400 meters. What are we looking at here? This is a wide open field, and I still need a scratching for this little fella right here to get in the race. But we're going to take a look at some key chances. He's exceptional, has to carry the big weight, which I don't like, but was good winning a Wodonga race last start. Was good behind Show Some Decorum previously. Beaufort Park gets Willow on. Corona Lad comes through the MCC final. I think there's horses that are on the way up and might represent more value compared to him, but Blake Shingate 7, good chance. Naboo Star, don't know what that's going to do. Galactic Fury draws 2 wide. Victory Bay, Luke Nolan going on to big plus. Gate 8 will be on speed. Can run 1,400 as we've seen last start, and even the start before was charging her behind Braden Star. Victory Bay will be running a good race, and I think it's nearly the one to beat. Indifference will probably have to go back from that gate, find itself in the 3 wide line, but ran behind Ballynora last start. We'll see how Freedom Escape goes in race 4, and if it franks the form, then Indifference should firm up in the market. Doesn't look like it's that good on good tracks though, but this run was okay. Jennifer Wish, good Moe win in a Class 1 last start, beating Forbidden City and Boss Queen. Zach Spain, 55.5 kilos, gate 3 up to 1,400, can settle a little bit closer and is a good chance. But the horse on top for me, as I said on Wednesday, was Micro. This Gundy Bridge seems like a bit of an X-Factor horse up there in Sydney. J-Mac took the ride on this occasion, ran pretty well, needs to step up in distance, and will probably want further like 2,000 in time, as you can see here. Loves the good track. Gate 11, Ben Mellon will get it in the 3 wide line, no doubt. And Micro will be running very well. I need a scratching though. And Micro just keeps getting out and out in the market, just a better price. You probably saw this earlier, but Seminator thinks Micro wins. But if it doesn't happen to get a run, if scratched, I've got Jennifer Wish and or Victory Bay. Those will be available on the community tab on YouTube or Twitter tomorrow, whatever you think. If we're looking at a back sack and crack like they do on racing.com, my back would be race 3, this Skilled Cat at $20. My sack would be race 5, Invincible Caviar. I think it's about $3.60. And my crack would probably be Noble Heights in race 6 at about $3.80. So that's my look at Kensington Stakes Day for 2022. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you're still watching. Hope I didn't bore you. Hope this stream went okay and it plays back well for you on the replay. And I'll hopefully see you after Christmas for more racing content.